Hi, good day everyone, and welcome to today's practical class. Today we are learning how to make high quality liquid detergent. This class is very important because understanding your chemicals is the first step to becoming a professional soap maker. Now, before we start our production, let's take a moment to identify and understand all the chemicals we are using and their responsibilities in liquid soap making. The first chemical here is Genocell. Alright, Genocell is our thickener. We have other thickeners, but I'm using Genocell in this particular production. It helps to give the soap that smooth and creamy texture. Okay, now we have our soda ash. Soda ash acts as a cleaning booster. It helps to remove stubborn stains and also balance the pH level of the soap, so it's not too acidic. It contributes to soap's overall cleaning strength. Alright, then we have our caustic soda. This one is a powerful cleaner, but it must be used in the right quantity. Too much of it can make the soap harsh. Okay, and remember to wear your gloves. Now after that, we have our SLS rice. That's sodium lauryl sulfate in solid form. This is our foaming agent. It gives the soap that nice lather when you wash your clothes or dishes. Next on our list is sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate helps to add volume and consistency to the soap. Alright, then we have Texapon gel. Okay, Texapon gives the soap a smooth, soft feel and helps the foam last longer. It also allows other ingredients to blend properly. Now let's look at sulfonic acid. There are so many types. Sulfonic acid is one of the most important ingredients in liquid detergent. It's our main detergent base. It cuts grease and removes stains, but we measure sulfonic by weight, not by volume, because it dense. Do you understand? It's also acidic, so we always mix it carefully with Texapon to reduce its strength before adding water. There are so many types of this thing I'm talking about. Okay, there are some that use Texapon and salt. There are so many types. Just work with the one that flows better for you. And then we have our Cocobetain and Cocamide. These are mild surfactants that makes the soap gentle on the skin. They also improve the foam and add conditioning effect. If you ever use a liquid soap that feels soft on the hand, it's because of these ingredients. All right, now we have color and fragrance. All this one is to your taste, but don't over put it. We also have our glycerin that acts as a moisturizer. We have our sodium benzoate. There's a preservative I'm using for this particular production. There are so many preservatives, but this one is one of the best. Right. So let's start our production proper. Here we are measuring out. Remember, it's 10 liters of liquid detergent that we are making. The first step is to measure out the chemicals correctly. Soap making is chemistry. If your measurements if your measurements are wrong, your results will not come out right. That's just it. Accuracy is the key. All right. Even though they measure it in the market for you, please make sure you remeasure before you start production, so that you avoid stories that touches the heart. So we start by measuring our caustic soda. We mix it, we dissolve it in the water and set aside. We measure out our soda ash. You dissolve it in water as well. Make sure that there is no residue at the bottom. Then we went ahead and measure our sodium sulfate. All right. Also dissolve it. Sodium sulfate dissolves slower, so stay well until it's properly mixed. Then after that, we measure our SLS rice. Okay, we soak it for some minutes so it can soften and dissolve properly before adding to the mixture. Then again, so we're going to prepare our Texapon and sulfonic acid. Okay, in this particular video, I'm mixing my Texapon and sulfonic acid together. There are so many types. So mix Texapon with salt. Please work with the one that works better for you. This step is very important. We mix the Texapon gel and sulfonic together in a separate bowl. Mix slowly and gently. This combination forms the base of our detergent. Alright, it might be a bit tough to stir by hand, so my dear, I'm going to switch with industrial mixer. I cannot come and stress myself. You know, that industrial mixer will make it smooth. See, if you don't have industrial mixer, just use your hand. Stir gently. Remember I told you earlier that sulfonic, we don't measure sulfonic by volume. We measure sulfonic by weight. Alright. The description of the correct measurement of this video is on the description box. So check the description box. You see the measurement of this chemicals that are used for this particular production. So note, sulfonic is not, some say 10 mil. Sulfonic is measured by weight, not by volume. Please just take note of that. At least that's the only thing you've learned today. I'll be alright. And secondly, I want to apologize. I thought I was videoing. I didn't video the starting of this sulfonic and Texapon mixture, but it's not difficult. Just mix the two together, add water gradually. Then if you cannot stir, you cannot introduce industrial mixer. Of course, we couldn't stir. It was so hard. We now introduce this industrial mixer. And if you don't have this, don't go and be stressing yourself. You can actually use hand. Okay, you stir, but make sure you introduce water on time. In that mixture, that's the only difference. Introduce water on time. You won't get to that hard stage, because this is really really hard. That's why some people choose mixing Texapon and salt than Texapon and sulfonic acid. So just work with the one that flows best for you. So that's just it. So just added water and stir. Then after that, you now set it aside. Now let's set our production proper. We start by adding our EDTA. It helps to soften the water, especially here in Nigeria, where most of our water is hard. Hard water can reduce the effectiveness of your soap. So we add EDTA first to prepare the water. That's why sometimes when you make soap today to form very well, then the next day, or maybe give it like 1 week, it will not form again. It's hard water. Or maybe you take it to another location, you see that they will tell you that your soap is not forming, it's hard water. So add EDTA if you cannot have access to distilled water. EDTA. Then after that, you're adding your Genocell, you stir. You're adding your caustic soda, you stir. Those chemicals that we dissolved. You're adding your soda ash, you stir. Each chemical you add, please remember to stir properly. Then we're now adding our sodium sulfate. Then you stir. You keep stirring continuously until the whole mixture looks uniform. So please, in soap making, you don't rush. You have to be patient. It's not something giddy 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 giddy. No, you don't do that in soap making. Now let's introduce our SLS. And you notice that the foam will begin to form. So stir gently so that the foam doesn't overflow. Do you understand? Stir gently, no rush. Okay. I said it before, soap making, you need patience. You're not rushing anyway. You know that you're going to rush. Just rest. When you're less busy, you make your production. Okay. Now let's introduce our mixture of Texapon and sulfonic that we prepared earlier. Just pour it in and stir properly. Then after that, we're going to introduce our Cocoamide and Cocobetain. So first of all, add our Cocamide and we stir gently. Then after that, we're going to add our Cocobetain and we also stir gently. Then after that, we're going to add our glycerin, then our preservative. You stir. Each chemical you add, please stir gently. Then the next one after that, we add our color. You stir gently. Then after that, you now add your fragrance. You stir gently. And please, I want to point this out. If you have not used the fragrance for the first time, please don't add it direct to your liquid soap. Make sure you scoop out a little bit, mix it, then before you add direct to the main production. Okay. Then after that, the next thing to do is to allow our liquid detergent to cure, but don't put it on the floor. Make sure it is standing somewhere. Do you understand? Let it not be close to the wall also. Now this is the next day after production. We are sieving our liquid detergent. Yes, I normally sieve my liquid detergent to avoid debris and all that. So you can decide to do that or not, but me, I choose to do it. So after you finish sieving our liquid detergent, we'll now package it in a bottle and sell. So at this point, please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe. Remember to follow us also on our social media. Other social media, we have Facebook, we have TikTok. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, in every soap making process, the key is to understand your ingredients and taking your time to mix properly. Each chemical has a responsibility. When you understand what they do, you can easily adjust your recipe for the best result. And that's how to make your high quality 10-liter multipurpose liquid detergent. Thank you for following this class today. Continue practicing, keep improving, and soon you'll be making perfect badges confidently. Remember, your occasion is not complete without Gallo's essential soap in it. Clock it. For your training, we have online and physical training. And please remember to subscribe, share this video to your friends and loved ones. Bye.